I found out my dad wasn't my dad during Thanksgiving dinner. It all started when I was at Thanksgiving dinner with my family. It was supposed to be just a typical holiday: turkey, mashed potatoes, the usual. But no, this year was about to get way more complicated. My dad, let's call him Tom, was always the rock of the family. He's the type who fixes everything around the house, always there to support you. And honestly, he's the kind of guy you'd expect to see on a Best Dad commercial. I loved him, and I thought I knew everything there was to know about him. But this Thanksgiving, everything changed. The dinner was winding down, and I was helping my mom clear the table when I overheard a conversation between my parents. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but the words, "not your father," caught my attention. I froze. I tried to act casual, but I couldn't stop thinking about what I just heard. My mom had said something about the secret not being the right time, but now it was all coming out. Now I had a million questions, but I was scared to confront them. Instead, I decided to wait until everyone had left, and then I asked my mom about what I'd overheard. She looked at me like a deer caught in headlights and hesitated before saying, "I never wanted you to know this, but Tom isn't your biological father." My heart sank. I was shocked. What did she mean? Isn't my biological father? I felt like the ground beneath me was crumbling. How could I not know something like that? My mom explained that when I was a baby, Tom and she were struggling to have children. They'd gone through IVF, and she had an affair with another man during that time, and that's when I was conceived. But here's the insane part. She told me that the man I thought was my real father wasn't just any random guy. No, it was my uncle. My mom's brother, Tim, had been the one who donated his sperm. I had been raised believing Tom was my father, but I had actually been conceived by my uncle, who was, as it turned out, also present at Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, Uncle Tim was sitting in the living room, eating pumpkin pie, completely unaware that I had just discovered this insane truth. My mom was visibly upset, and she begged me not to tell anyone else. But I couldn't hold it in. So, I walked into the living room, where my uncle was laughing with the rest of the family. I took a deep breath, and before I even realized what I was doing, I blurted out, "Uncle Tim, did you know you're my father?" The room went silent. Everyone turned to stare at me, and my uncle's face went white. My mom started crying, but not in the way I expected. She said, "It was a mistake. We never wanted you to find out like this." I couldn't process it all. It was like the entire family had been living a lie for years. Uncle Tim was just sitting there, still frozen, and all I could think was, this is a nightmare. To make matters worse, my dad, Tom, had overheard the conversation and walked in. The look on his face was one I'll never forget. Anger, hurt, betrayal. He turned to my mom and said, "You let me raise her, all these years knowing the truth?" My mom apologized, but it didn't change anything. The rest of the evening was a blur. My family members started leaving one by one, and the holiday that was supposed to be filled with love and laughter had turned into one of the most chaotic, awkward nights of my life. Eventually, I went up to Uncle Tim, and he pulled me aside. "I never meant for you to find out like this," he said, clearly devastated. "But I'm still your family, and I love you. Nothing's changed." As for my dad, Tom, things were never the same. He and my mom are still together, but there's a coldness between them now that wasn't there before. It's weird trying to navigate life, knowing that the man I thought was my father is, well, technically my uncle. So yeah, that Thanksgiving dinner wasn't just about turkey. It was about unraveling a family secret that had been hidden for decades. And now, I'm left trying to figure out how to process all this, and how to move forward with family members I thought I knew, but clearly didn't.